Back with some Disturbia for your dome top brother and sister. Well, I know it's a whole lot of brother going on up in here, man. You know, so far my analytics is that's what it's telling me, right? We are here, brothers, boys, breaking down the creepiest content from Japanese internet. Here we go, from the Japanese internet. It is what it is. Thought this was gonna be a little interesting for some people. We just broke down the monster with 21 faces. Yeah, pretty interesting little story. Monster with 21 faces, right quick, right? It was actually a mysterious criminal entity in Japan in the mid-1980s. They were involved in a notorious extortion and blackmail case known as the Glico Morigana incident. This group essentially threatened major Japanese candy companies by kidnapping executives, threatening to poison products, and even placing cyanide-laced candy on shelves. Now, the most disturbing thing about this thing was the fact that why do it with the candy, bro? You know what I'm saying? Why target the kids? Because, you know, candy, we associate candy with like the youngins, bro. It's the kids, bro. Like, what are we talking about? I don't like how this thing is cutting me right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, oh, you almost saw the dragon behind the curtain. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just get my full body in the thing. But why target the kids, bro? It's so crazy, bro. Like, yo. So, you know, it's mad creepy stuff going on. Yeah, we just broke down the story of Monster with 20 Faces. That's the whole backstory, and we are proceeding with some more visual venture with it.
But on the Japanese internet, this group is still a topic of discussion today. Up next is a story that made people afraid of browsing the web.
What's that?
The Red Room Curse.
The Red Room freaking curse. I've heard about the Red Room, bro. Damn. I told y'all some of y'all may not be able to see freaking this. I told y'all. I did let y'all know, right? So, my quick little disclaimer, right? Warranted.
If you explore the darker side of the Japanese internet, one story keeps coming up. It's called the Red Room Curse. Some say it's just a myth. Others believe it's tied to evil spirits. The curse centers around a red pop-up window.
It's all about this pop-up that comes up when you're just browsing the internet. And it looks like a...
When you're just browsing, so you're just browsing, minding your business, and it just turns red? I ain't never witnessed it. I ain't never went through this. Any of y'all, like, be honest in the comments. Have any of y'all seen this?
Like, it's just like this red thing that pops up.
To some, it isn't just a normal pop-up. According to the legend, if the pop-up appears on anyone's screen, they won't survive the next 24 hours. And there were real-life events that convinced some people the Red Room Curse might be real. The earliest stories about the Red Room Curse date back to the late 1990s. Around that time, someone created a short animated video and uploaded it to a Japanese website. The cartoon followed two students who heard about the Red Room Curse. They were talking at school when one mentioned a rumor about a dangerous pop-up. If it appeared on your screen, your fate was sealed. The other student laughed it off. He didn't believe in internet curses. Later that night, he went home.
Once home, the boy, being skeptical about what his friend had told him, decided to look into it himself.
He searched online for proof, but found nothing, so he gave up. Then, while browsing normally, a pop-up appeared.
The legend is about a pop-up box on the internet that reads, "Do you like?" in Japanese, which is also narrated by a girl.
Man, come on, man. That's exactly that girl that was telling him about the thing then, Moss. And that means that girl is the one that's controlling this Red Room thing, talking about, yo, nah, this is what's happening there. And then, like, in the Japanese girl's voice, this is what, you know, this thing pops up and has this voice of a Japanese girl. Man, it's that friend that he was with just now, man. Come on, man.
He tried closing it. Each time he did, it came back. Eventually, the question changed.
Okay, but the question is, though, how did she get to do that? look, I'm just going like a couple steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, peep the details, bro. Like, she would, you know, the friend that he was kicking it with just earlier this day, it was like, yo, there's this thing called the okay, she didn't say it's the red room, but it's this thing that pops up, you know, online when you on the webs and da da da. I'm saying, like, just watch out for it. Then he was like mad skeptical about it, just left it off, then went home. Then it happened to him. Why did it happen at that moment when she was telling it to him? Why? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, man. She put something in his USB device, bro. And then, you know, without just thinking, he just stuck that USB. And you got to think about it. It was back in the day too. You saw the layout of that the window of that Windows computer there. It's like one of those older generations computers, right? That whole layout of it, like, is it a layout? Is that the graphic? Yeah, the graphic. Damn, layout. God damn, layout, brother. No, but you know, it's one of those old ones. So it's back in the day. So, you know, back in the day, software was more susceptible to just viruses. So she probably, like, you know, like low-key took the USB device just to install that little whatever virus so that she can control his PC from wherever she's at. Right? Geek of a girl, geek of a little girl. I'm telling you, bro. She's just like she's a creep too with it. Scary ass.
To "Do you like the red room?" Then the screen flickered and it went black, and many names started showing up in red. These were the names of everyone who had already seen the pop-up. None of them were alive anymore. As the boy scanned the list, his heart sank. He saw his friend's name, the same friend who told him about the cursed pop-up. Then at the
man, but how, dog?
bottom of the list, his own name appeared. It meant he was next. Suddenly he realized,
bro, how the hell, bro? Come on, gang. Who the hell you playing with like this visual video? Bro, how the hell, bro, you see this pop up, man? You see the thing doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's not going away from your screen and anything like that. And then any slight, you know, suspicious sense of, you know, something overwhelmingly scary, why don't you just take that, you know what I'm saying, that screen and smash it against the freaking wall? Smash it against the freaking wall, bro, like, so that the screen itself just like goes black and just cracks black and just breaks, just shatter that whole thing, nigga. There you go. I seen the red screen and I survived. I seen all the names that was on there, and before it could catch me, I survived, nigga. I smashed my screen. I was that tight about what's freaking going on. I was that tight. Okay, I need some anger management classes. It is what it is. I'm that kind of crasher. But hey, at least it didn't get me. So, man, come on, bro. You got some explaining to do, bro. How do people not make it after that, bro? From something that's on a screen.
that someone was standing behind him.
Man.
The animation never showed what happened after that. It didn't need to. The message was clear. The next day, both of the boys were missing. Reports said they were found lifeless. That was a story in the cartoon. But after watching it, many believers of this story weren't sure if it was just fiction or if the curse was real. No one wanted to investigate. As one person wrote, "I really want to check it out, but I'm scared it'll be real." Then a real event made people even more scared of the curse. In June 2004, a Japanese schoolgirl ended her classmate. As part of the investigation, police searched her computer. They wanted to understand her motive, but they found something unsettling in her.
But you know the dangerous thing about legends, bro. I feel like this was a legend, right? You know, being it was a story relayed through like cartoon, but stories like this and another thing, like movies also have this kind of effect where it's like it can give people literal ideas, dog. Literal ideas of degeneracy, literal ideas of, you know, even the reverse is true. Ideas of maybe some inspirational stuff, constructive things, but it can also like inspire some people to some darkness. Give them ideas on how to just like mess people's brains up, like fuck people up in the head, how to infiltrate their like PCs, and you know, little ideas like, okay, create like code some sort of red pop-up window whenever they click on a certain website, right? Market something to some people, and then give them some sort of link that they can, you know, follow in, and then hopping into that link, all they're gonna do is just have that pop up go on, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest is history. And then they can develop the whole pattern of what can happen. You know what I'm saying? People can really like make it real though. Huh? A girl that ended her classmate though?
Her browser history.
The #1 bookmark on Natsumi's computer was a flash animation that depicted the Red Room curse.
The Japanese media reported the discovery. The Red Room legend was no longer just a story. It was now linked to a real-world tragedy.
I'm saying, bruh.
This connection stayed in people's minds. Years passed. The original animation that made the curse famous got lost. But the story of the cursed pop-up kept spreading. Some created video games based on it. Others made short films inspired by it. Every few years, new claims appear online. Someone says their screen flashed red for a second, or a strange message popped up and vanished before they could screenshot it. The Red Room curse legend felt relatable. Anyone can get a pop-up while browsing. And the idea that seeing it means you're already doomed is what makes it scary. This next chapter is
So what was it? Some sort of like hypnotizing that would happen?
about a screenshot of a creature that some swear isn't human.
What's that?
The demon with no face.
Oh no! Oh no! Alright, Visual Venture. Damn, I think Visual Venture is getting deeper and deeper. Like he's going creepy, like creepy and creepier. I'm not gonna lie. We first started with like the monster with 21 faces. We're at the demon with no face. No face. No face. No face. No face. Yo, who knows the track No Face by Drake, bro? Demon with no face, bro. Damn. Nah, bro. I still want to sleep at night. Visual, what are you doing, bro?
In November 2020, a photo from a traffic camera went viral on the Japanese internet. It wasn't a car crash, weather update, or anything you expect to see on a traffic cam. It looked like a picture of a demon. At least that's what most people...
Whoa. 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 Oh, this shit got red eyes. This nigga got red eyes. It looks like it's 11 feet tall. Like, well, listen to me though. You know what's beautiful about 2026 though? Is, you know, fuck around and ask, bro, is this shit even real? This shit AI, bro. Cause it might be AI. You know that, right? But the fact that it happened back then, like, when did this happen? When did this happen?
Who saw it thought it was. The camera was located at a place called the Izu Skyline. It's a long mountain road in Japan. The cameras were installed for traffic and weather updates, so they captured images of the road every hour and posted them on the website. On November 1st, 2020, a Twitter user was checking out the live feed from those cameras. Then he saw something strange. A figure stood near the side of the road. It was completely black and it wasn't moving. It simply stood there facing forward. The shape looked human.
Nah. What? I'm saying though, like this might have been, this is 2021, bro. The technology for people to just like Photoshop shit. it was already at like a standard where, you know what I mean, where it was possible that this might have been the case. They might have faked this. I don't know.
Human, but it had no visible features. No matter how much he zoomed in, he could not see a face. It was just a solid silhouette standing upright. The user quickly took a screenshot. He posted the image on Twitter and asked if anyone knew what it was.
It's so bright, and yet the figure is all black. It's creepy. Also appears
Look how tall it is, bro. It looks so tall, boy.
to be slightly bigger than a normal person.
Yeah,
The
that
post
looks
triggered thousands
bigger.
of reactions. Some thought it was just a person in black clothes or spandex, but the figure looked far too smooth. There were no creases or fabric lines. There was something else that made no sense. The figure had no shadow. That was unnatural. Then came the creepiest.
No. Bro, had no shadow, bro. Come on, bro. That had to be Photoshopped, though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yo. What the fuck? The motherfucker that was like photoshopping the thing was such an amateur that they forgot to Photoshop the shadow, bro. Like you forgot to freaking, you know what I'm saying? Consistency, gang. Consistency, bro. Was a lack of consistency in your little thing. Now we see you though. Like what, bro? Like don't look at me weird. This shit like might have just been fake. Like I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Oh, it didn't have a shadow. Yeah, it's because dumbass freaking editor can Photoshop the shit right.
Observation. The photo was taken on November 1st. That was the morning after Halloween. That detail shifted the entire conversation. Some began to think it was a supernatural entity, but others argued it was likely a prank.
Well, assuming the photo
Likely a
wasn't
prank?
edited in any way, it was likely just a person trying to get captured by the live cam they knew took a picture at 6 AM every morning.
Even with logical explanations, the image
Like, why? That's so random. Like, why? Why would you like wake up one day and be like, yo, let me go just like, you know what I'm saying? Go prank that little camera there by that little camera there on the highway or some shit.
continued to disturb people. There was no official statement from road authorities.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, look. Okay, nah. Let me be honest with y'all, right? Let me be honest, right? Like, I'm caught between two sort of states of mind with this one right here. If it's real, bro, it's creepy as shit. It's too creepy. If it's real, it's too creepy. If it, you know what I'm saying, there's a possibility it may not be though. I'm saying, like, we live in the real world, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the fourth industrial revolution. You can manipulate anything online. You know what I mean? You can create any false narrative. You can Photoshop the details too. So, but you know, if it is real, like, so I'm stuck in between the two. The side of me that is real is making my heart kind of like pound a little bit heavy right now. But you know, the other part of me that's like, yo, this is not real. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, you know, that side of me is piecing all the pieces together that might, you know, that might make it fake. It's that and the third. Cause you gotta think about like the logic of a human being, bro. Like, why would you just like go stand there? It's either you knew you were gonna have a headline. You know what I'm saying? That you were gonna make a headline. It's either you knew that, right? Because, and if you know that, it means you work there by the people that surveil that area. Because you know, like, what would happen if people that work there were to spot this thing. You know what I'm saying? And that them reporting that, spotting that demon in the middle of the road, them reporting that, you know what I'm saying? This person must have known like the kind of effects it would have. That's why they did it. Because somebody regular that doesn't work at that surveillance office, you know, that ended up spotting this demon, like, how can you guarantee that, okay, me doing this prank and standing here like this is gonna make this sort of headline? Right? Maybe they're not, maybe, you know, you might go there and pose as that prank, as that demon, pose there, and nobody's like surveilling anything. Like, people are off. You know, people are off, like nobody's on shift. People are off there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know that, okay, now people are working there, they're surveilling the whole situation, and this is the perfect time, they're even gonna screenshot it? Huh? You know, it's kind of strange. I'm not gonna hold you. Anyway, for the people that just joined the thing right now, right? For those that just joined the thing right now, well, first things first, moment of silence for the incision.